It's been 1 month since Russia began its invasion of Ukraine, and today Ukraine's president is asking the world to unify in show of support by gathering in public.
From this day and after then, show your standing. Come from your offices, your homes, your schools and universities. Come in the name of peace. Come with Ukrainian symbols to support Ukraine, to support freedom, to support life.
Also today, Volodymyr Zelenskyy will address NATO leaders and President Biden, who arrived in Brussels on Wednesday. And the president and his counterparts started the first of 3 summits within the last hour. White House correspondent Willie James Inman has a preview of President Biden's brief but crucial trip.
He has a lengthy itinerary ahead of him with a series of meetings that are set to happen on Thursday. He's going to meet with NATO, European Union, and G7 leaders. And we're learning a little bit more about the president's trip via the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan. And Sullivan mentioned that one of the big announcements coming out of this trip that the president will make is in regards to tougher sanctions on Russia. Those sanctions will target Russian politicians, oligarchs, and certain entities. We're also learning that NATO and its force posture in the region will be something that the president will discuss with his NATO counterparts during those series of meetings that are set to happen on Thursday. We know that NATO's security situation, or the threat to NATO, has certainly changed with Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine. And Jake Sullivan citing that that was the reason for this review of the NATO force posture in the region. Meanwhile, the U.S. made an important designation saying that Russia is committing war crimes in Ukraine amid its ongoing invasion of that country. We learned that via a statement sent out by Secretary of State Tony Blinken, who is traveling along with the president. And in that statement, Blinken cited the targeting of civilians and civilian areas as the reason why the United States decided to make this designation. And a U.S. official had this to say.
With any alleged crime, ultimately it will be for a court of law to determine individual criminal responsibility, who is directly responsible for these particular cases. The U.S. government will continue to track reports coming out of Ukraine of war crimes, and we will share this information with our friends and allies and with international and multilateral institutions as appropriate. We are also supporting the Ukrainian Prosecutor General's Office and their War Crimes Directorate and supporting civil society documentation efforts.
Now, it's important to note neither the United States or Russia recognize the authority of the International Criminal Court, but the United States can aid the prosecution by providing evidence for the case.